everyone, welcome. You're watching Head to Head. I'm Antonina Antosha with UATV. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky signed a decree on the development of electronic services. The decree specifies 11 steps for the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine to roll out such e-services for Ukrainians. It includes auditing all the country's registers, making them work together, and putting up a single website for access to such services. If ministers take all the steps decreed, the circulation of paper forms will instead take place online. To talk more about this, we're joined in the studio today by Stanislav Kutsenko. He is the head of Kyiv Territories Justice Department. Hello, and thank you for joining.
Hello.
So, as I already mentioned, there have been 11 steps outlined. Could you please specify?
So, first of all, we need to unify all registers, because there are 350 of such registers in Ukraine and they are not connected between each other, especially if talk about the register that is called Unified State Demographic Register. It is only filled with 14 million data on 14 million people, but we actually have 45 million people in Ukraine, and its first step to fulfill this register and then to connect them. It is possible to do through application programming interface, when all that registers will have connections between each other, and most important, to have one point of person to enter to all that registers. It could be, for example, a state portal on state registers and receiving electronic services from government, because now there are different points where people can receive services in electronic way. For example, online House of Justice. It is the project of Ministry of Justice. It has started from main territorial Department of Justice in 2016 years, and actually it is possible to register physical entrepreneur through such service. Also, limited liability company, it is possible to register through it, and to have appointment in departments on registration of civil acts, where possible to register birth, change of name, marriage or divorce.
Those are fully operational services, am I right?
Yes, for sure.
Well, the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine, when led by Prime Minister Volodymyr Groysman, has made an announcement that there would be 128 public electronic services. Now, the ones you've named, and you said that they are fully operational. Okay, what else are we lacking, and what else is not fully operational but is already in service?
So actually, there are three main steps that can be done right now, and it is the will of President. It's to make possible such service like e-baby possible. Inside of this service, there are up to 10 sub-services, let's say. Also, second point, it's ID in 14 years, and through this service, it is possible for person to be part of register and also to be registered as taxpayers. In a row, so 2 services at least, and also other functions. For example, there are talks about possibility to have all data in Ministry of Health registers, because such registers should be connected. And big problem now, the fulfillment of such registers by United Territorial Unities.
Amalgamated communities?
Yes, communities, I mean communities. Because it's first level, because with their data, such registers should be fulfilled, but it's not done for now. Only partially, let's say, and these functions are not fully operated because of not consistency of such registers.
To bring all of this process to the finish line, to so-called perfection, is going to take a lot of effort and a lot of time. The decree signed by a newly elected president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, does not have any deadlines. So when potentially could we have all of the services fully operating?
Actually, his will is to launch e-baby, for example, till 1st of January 2020. And actually, a lot of work in this direction have been done for now, because, for example, we have possibility now to receive certificate on birth in a maternity house, also to online apply for help for child when people can get money for birth of child, and also online application on registration of residence of a child.
Right.
It is already possible to be done in maternity house of Kyiv, for example, because we gave to our employees laptops, and it is possible for tablets actually, and it's possible for them to serve mothers while they are in maternity house with such services. So it partially is done, and it's only need to fulfill this process till the end of this year. So
for now it's done only in Kyiv, am I right?
Yes.
Only in the capital?
Yes.
Okay.
For such reform it is needed some technical support, because for example we have provided our 10 employees with 10 tablets, but it should be done also in all maternity houses in Ukraine.
Right.
And it's a big work. And the second variant, it's a fulfillment of such initiative like state in smartphone.
I wanted to talk to you about that. A state in a smartphone is a very popular trend right now. However, it has, like any other initiative, it has pros and cons. Could you do a little more?
So, main obstacle in this to provide or to have for all people smartphones, because we understand that through smartphone it is possible to access person even in small village.
Right.
But the second issue, do Ukrainians have possibility to buy such phones? And here there is an option to receive such services through computer, through laptop, for example. And for sure, for ones that are not ready for online services, it is possibility to visit SNAP, so Center of Services, and also it is possible to visit open spaces that are operating in a system of justice. Open space, it's like a space where you can receive services on registration of civil acts in electronic queue, in transparent office within 10-15 minutes. So for that part of people that don't have smartphones, that don't have possibility to use computer, they can use services of SNAPs or open spaces of justice. But for sure, in my vision, soon, hopefully within the next 2 or 3 years, it will be total possibility for everyone to use all services through smartphone. But we need unification of registers and for sure points for people to access such services.
I think that there is a little more that we're going to need is to educate the people on how to use these electronic services properly, because the population of Ukraine is used to doing it some other way, is used to going and getting these paper dovitkas and then go across the city to another service center and stuff like that. So how do we explain to the majority of Ukrainian people the whole algorithm of taking benefit of new electronic services?
You're right, because we need to have huge information campaign.
Right.
How does it operate? How system will work for every person? So it should be done even through school, because, for example, we learn rights, we learn procedures, but we don't teach children how to have it is all applied in real life. So I think it should be some interactive lessons. How to use electronic government through smartphone, because
Right.
it's not a secret that a lot of child, they have already phones. My 2 children, one of them already in first class has phone, and it's possible, for example, to block games, but instead to teach children how to use electronic state.
Or to come up with an app that will teach in a game way a child to use electronic
Absolutely
services.
right.
Thank you so much for coming and explaining the whole situation to us.
Thank you.
That was Stanislav Kutsenko. He is the head of the Kyiv Territories Justice Department. Thank you so much for watching UATV. Stay tuned for more.